mic. Maybe lower the volume a little bit more for the music. Hopefully this doesn't lag too much. And let's... hang on a second, let's close Toon Boom while I'm at it. I really need to clear up some hard drive space to make this work. Is the music loading? Hang on. We got more Banjo Smash music coming in just a sec. Anyway, yes, Joaquin, excitement. Excitement. Everything is laggy. And close Toon Boom. Eating up a lot of CPU on my weak little tablet. There we go. And how I need to lower the volume more. How's that? Okay. Open up Clip Studio. And switch. Okay, we are back. Fletchy says, let's welcome everybody who's in the chat. First off, Joaquin Animations 21, welcome back. Elisha Toussaint, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but welcome. Plushy, good to see you. And you saying Moto's Models Day? Actually, the thumbnail that I had up there was for another part of that I wanted to work on, or that I have been working on, but I wanted to work on some other stuff for the project, and it's actually I think we're gonna get to Ashley, but I just pulled up. I always have a 2 monitor setup when I'm doing drawing streams. Let me find. Do I have? Oh, I have to open up the. I'm gonna have to open up one window for the chat. One for the reference video that I have up. We're actually going to start with 9-volt. Despite Ashley being there. So you're not going to see it because this is on a separate screen. But I do have 9-volt right there. My buddy 9-volt. Open that up. That's the side so I can see the chat. You can tell it's been a while. I'm out of practice and getting things speedily set up. And where's the image I want? Here it is. Okay. So I have all right, so for those of you who because it has been a bit of a while since the last stream, I was doing a little catching up between sips of tea. I've gotten like a few little clips done, like the yeah mom, which was fun because that was the first use of the new character rigs for Tuned. Like I said, I want to do more short form stuff with them because that's quicker to get out and it's still good fun and good practice. And The big thing that is like why I haven't been able to do a stream for a while is I started a new job back in October, and it's getting me some good money to put towards, I mean, living expenses, but also future projects and equipment and payment for like music and voice work and that sort of stuff. But I just haven't as much time to do. I've done some drawing, I've done some voice stuff, but I've just been I'd like de-energized because I'm doing like retail 8-hour shifts, and for those who've never done that, it takes a lot out of you on a daily basis. And I'm averaging 4, sometimes 5 days a week. So I have a day off. I've been spending. I had a full day yesterday, and I'm spending the day recuperating. And I feel like I finally got enough energy to do a little bit of a stream. So just so you know, we're not doing mono work, but we're not even doing like traditional work. So what I'm doing is this next Wario is going to be a bit of a parody slash tribute to. There's going to be kind of like a trial component to it, and so we're going to have stuff that's referencing both Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. Let me rotate my mic back a little bit so I have room to see both screens. And one thing I'm going to be doing in both cases is for the characters involved, I'm looking up sprites and animations from Ace Attorney and Danganronpa that I think suit character personalities. So we're starting with 9V, and for those who have played the original Ace Attorney, I'm taking the kid Cody, the Steel Samurai fan with a camera and stuff like that. And I've got some like choice poses I've put together that I think would suit 9V. I'm going to work on that. And Plushy is saying if you need any ideas for shorts, namely involving between people, I've done some research for Anna. I can offer some. That I might take you up on that. I'll reach out to you on like Discord or something in the future. But let us finally get to work. So we're just going to start real quick with a basic 9V pose. Just remember his like proportions and stuff. I'm gonna do that from the official model I have real quick. I should have just added the screen grab of him, but that's okay. And he's about. And these aren't even gonna be the final poses, but they'll be kind of the basis, like the roughs, and then it'll be I'll be doing final inks and such in Toon Boom, probably on stream, but maybe off as well. And then on various factors. Person said, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are doing some quick Wario pose. Oh, that I need to make his head bigger. Doing some character pose. Not even practice, because they're going to serve as the basis for stuff in the final animation, but because I'm doing like some the next Wario is going to be like a parody slash tribute to Danganronpa and Ace Attorney, I'm doing some character poses. I'm putting together some character poses for WarioWare characters based on characters from those series. So we're going to start with basic 9V shape. Less important I get the feet right because he's going to be on a podium. It's going to be covered. Yeah, I'm glad you liked the idea, Pletchy. I don't even remember how I came up with it. I think it might have just been because I am an Ace Attorney fan. I've played most of the entries in that and most to completion. I still need to go back and finish Great Ace Attorney 1 and 2. I have those games are time sinks. But I am mad at Danganronpa. I think that series really struck a chord with me, and I'm hoping there's a fourth one in the future. But let's add the headphones. Is the music coming through okay? And it's not drowning my voice out or anything? 'Cause I can hear the music on my end, but not my voice. And again, what I'm trying to do with... I still need to finish the character redesigns and rigs, but what I want to be doing with them is channeling both the original like GBA and Wii era designs, the redesigns they're using from in gold and Get It Together, and my own personal touch, because I've kind of got my own personal style, but I do think it's some of it's been influenced by WarioWare, especially when I draw kids. The boys tend to look very 9-volt and the girls tend to look very Gatnana. That's just how it works with me. So I add WarioWare is an underrated gemstone. It is, but at least I think in recent years more people are becoming aware of it because we started getting. There was a big drought through a lot of the 2010s. All we had was Game & Wario, which wasn't a regular game and wasn't that great. And now we've gotten both Gold and Get It Together. I believe Get It Together has sold quite well. At least some articles I've read make it sound like it's one of the better selling entries, at least in recent memory. It needs more fave. Hey, that's part of why I'm trying to represent it. I added a little bit of a curve to. So his original design eyebrows for 9-volt were just kind of like very straight edged and like straight edged like triangles, stretch out triangles, and then the designs for the ones for his current design are more just kind of regular bushy eyebrows. But I think the triangles have more personality, so I just kind of like bent them a little bit. So let's add the eyes real quick. Let's just save that, and now we can get to work on some WarioWare poses. On some Ace Attorney poses of a WarioWare character. Hit on save first. Take a sip of tea while it saves, and my tablet chugs. And let us get started. How's the music? Is the music still going? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, good. I am going to set the Smash Ultimate playlist to shuffle, by the way. We've got a banjo theme, but I'm gonna mix it up. So we have first here. Alright, first we're gonna have like kind of glaring facing forward pose. And I'm gonna see if I can. Oh no, it's not supposed to. There we go. Nope, that's still too tilted. 3/4. I'm so used to drawing characters with the default 3/4. I might get less lag if I turn off the music, actually. I hope that you would be okay with that. Helpman, aka Jackie Sewards, welcome to the stream. Okay, yeah, I think that's loading a little better. So let's do it without music for now. I'm going to look into. I think I need to free up some hard drive space on my tablet for one thing. But yeah, thanks for joining the new stream, Helpman. We are working on the next WarioWare tune is going to be kind of a parody of Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. So I'm pulling up sprites for both games and actually going to recreate them or emulate them with WarioWare characters. Ayu Legionnaires, Ayu. Let's go. That's you're missing a letter there, or you replaced a letter. But the point still stands. Okay, so in this we are going to have the head tilted more downward. So I'm going to do the line there. Actually, no, his nose will be down lower than that. And we'll have it still tilted up a bit. And I'm glad you like both of those. They're both great series. And we are going to draw the eyes. I guess they're above the nose normally, but here we're going to have it more tilted too. No, they're more. There we go. They're a little far apart. Let me move them both in a bit. Yeah, I'm sorry we don't have music right now, but having YouTube open is causing my tablet, my old tablet's not that old, but it's not that powerful. It's causing it to chug, and I need to free up hard drive space on it, and that's been proving tricky. Have you played any WarioWare fan games? I think there was one I played called WarioWare Mouseworks or something like that. Mouse or WarioWare Mouse or something, and that seemed pretty cool. And I know somebody's working on a fan engine for micro games. I can't remember if it's in Unity or another like freeware a game engine, but I'm curious to learn more about that. Okay, so we get that. We get that. Oh, those eyebrows are too long. It is MouseWorks. Oh, I got it right. Cool. Yeah, it's been a while since I played it, but it kind of was a faithful, like, traditional WarioWare on using mouse and keyboard. You know, let me zoom in. That'll make it easier. I liked it better when the chat was shown. Oh, I'll work on that in the future. I might be done with Twitch. Originally, when I was previously unemployed, I was looking towards Twitch as a possible down the line, with enough perseverance source of income. But now I have one, so there's less pressure, and I have more of an audience on YouTube, which means more chat interactions. So I might just stick with that. You also play Maiden. Is that Mario Fan Games Galaxy? Because I've heard of that. Or on Scratch WarioWare Recoded. I don't know the second one. That's cool. I'll look into them. Let me work on his body. So move this a little. Try and keep the proportions relatively similar. But one thing I'm going to do is... Oh. And have him tilt his head down a little bit, hence the angle. I'm going to work on the eye shape. I'll probably look up some reference for how to angle eyes, like when their face is tilted downward like that. So we have the torso here. And in the original, the kid is holding a camera, but Mind Bolt is not. Almost just gonna have his arms out, kind of like Lulu, maybe. You're say waiting for this for months for the new episode or for the stream, because the episode's not gonna be out this year, but I'm gonna be focusing work on it and Spacious. I know Spacious does not have the same audience reception because it's new and there's not really much of it before, but it means a lot to me and I'm excited to show it to people. We went for a new stream for months. I'm happy I could bring it to you. I didn't know how invested people were in the stream. That's cool. But I'm glad to make your afternoon like that. That's awesome. Let's see. Actually, let's have it kind of angled. Maybe I'm trying to figure out the right pose here. Make it bigger. Alright, I guess his shirt isn't that big. In this design I made it is, but in my actual on model rig it's smaller. He's not got the hugest torso. I don't want to do the whole outline of it. That we can specify that later. I'm aware of the Toho one. Yeah, I have no knowledge of Toho itself though, but I will look into it. I know there's believe I can't remember if it's an animation or an actual game, but there's a HoloLive one, and I have kind of fallen down the VTuber bandwagon the past 2 years. But I think the only one I frequently watch, I don't really watch live streams of VTubers for the most part, but I do watch like best of or like I say clips that or compilations that they or others do. And I think we're speaking of Hololive. Corona is really funny. I recommend you look up her English Mario and Mario Kart streams if you haven't seen them, because she gets very quotable. Don't need any context for Joho the game. That's good. All right, so we got. I'll probably need to move that around a bit so that it doesn't cover the eyelids all the way. But again, this is a rough. It can only be cleaned up. Okay, I didn't get the shape completely right. That's too thick. These need to be more symmetrical. Okay. I'm sorry if it sounds like really quiet without the music. I know that's kind of a tradition, but I think I need to clean up, optimize my tablet a little more. Oh, and that should be taller. We're gonna spitball in here. But what's your favorite stage and get it together? I think I feel like it doesn't count to say like the 9-volt or volt stages. But I actually remember I was Crygor's level really clicked with me. So I need to pick the game back up and try some of the challenges. Maybe do some more of the leveling up. Because I think my big complaint with Get Together is that the unlockables aren't as neat or like enticing as past games. But the actual base game is still a blast. So I'm still sad I couldn't do a launch day stream of it. I think something came up on my recording software on my laptop, and okay, so we can see here the bulbs are going to lean forward too. All right, that's a start. So let's save that. Sip of tea. Oh, I should also have him do like a wide stance. That'd be funny. He's doing a wide stance to assert dominance. This like 9-year-old, like 3 foot tall, tiny man. I'm sure that's what 5-volt calls him. Oh, come here, my tiny man. Zig Audrey, welcome to the stream. I am starting to get bored. I hope the stream isn't boring you. I hope the stream is making things less boring. Nothing related to Get It Together. What's your favorite Wario Cup? I have favorite types, which is like the I'm trying to think about. I like endurance runs where it's like it isn't a set amount of preset micro games, but it's kind of like you'll get ridiculously fast and just last as long as you can. I feel like there's a little more freedom that way. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is I need to make this bigger. Hang on. Oh, I don't know if I played the Piora Wario Cup. I'll have to. I know you can replay them, which is nice, and I think I can't remember if you can view all of them in the game's like list of Wario Cups before they unlock. But I want to say that would kind of ruin the surprise. But I think they've got a year's worth of them lined up. Kind of as like a, I don't know if you call it DLC. It's not new content. It's just a new way to play. Things in general get me bored. My laptop acted strangely, but it has a good life. I have a good time with it. And it sucks you can't watch WarioWare tuned on DeviantArt anymore. Oh, because of the Flash player, right? Did you at least see the remaster I uploaded? I think I can't remember if it was this year or last year, but I uploaded. I took the original Flash files and used the software to convert them to HD quality on a. Okay, you did see it, yeah, but I guess it doesn't hurt. It can be nostalgic to go back and watch it in the original avenue. I guess I can check and see if there's a way to like manually update the files on DeviantArt, but they might just be like, hey, it's Flash, forget about it. So the next 9-volt pose. I actually don't think I need to make them this big. So let me. There's my problem. It's too big. Yeah, roughs don't for that you're using as a basis for Toon. Like Toon Boom also is raster, I believe, rather than bit. No, it's vector rather than bitmap. So like when I draw, it doesn't matter what the original sketch is like, as long as I ink over it in software, it can upscale to like any size without getting blurry or pixelated. All right, so we can actually kind of copy this one. I don't do productive things. I've lost the will to do it. I left DeviantArt since 2020 because I don't have enough communities. I keep meaning to get back into DeviantArt. I don't know about how its community reputation is, but I used to, in the 2000s, there was a lot more active in following people on there. My favorite word-bound quote from this channel is, It takes us, the car take, let me get it right. The car takes a screenshot. I love, I do need to do more comic dubs. I need to see if that artist has done more, if I can find others. The annoying thing is I can find a lot in, that are on Twitter that are in Japanese, like manga style, but I don't know about translating them. Typically, if you want someone to volunteer to translate stuff from Japanese, it takes money. Found my animating stylus. Oh, that's good. The current WarioWare communicator. What may I ask? What's scary about it? Is it like something pervy? And let me. So what we're gonna do here is change up the arm. So we have a pose where in Ace Attorney, the kid Cody, he kind of leans his head more forward, and yeah, I'm gonna move the head more down to accentuate pose. Is that much? Okay, yeah, just a little bit. There's one photo dress out in space. I don't think it's keep it work safe at least. Yeah, if it's into like R or X-rated material, I'd like my WarioWare experience to be a little cleaner. Why they use Twitter to publish drawing? We have for Affinity, Fan Art Central, and Pixie. Why not create a custom website? I guess it's just that Twitter's just so widely used. There's like such more of an audience out there, and like it's hard to, many have tried to come and take that throne. Like I know Mastodon's a big one, but is there one called Pillow Fort? I don't know if that one's controversial or not. I know stuff like what's it called? There's one that like I remember people got in trouble. It's like Parlor, Parlor, which it's basically become like a alt-right one. So that's not a good one. Let's see. Okay, the stream is family friendly. Hey man, how's it going? Man, I recently just started a weight loss journey and it's going pretty well. I used to be 315, now I'm 310. Oh, congratulations, Dark Dragon Thunderbolt. Yeah, I need to do a weight loss journey myself. I have some COVID pounds. And Plushy says, let me just focus on a second on these drawings. Let's see, it's not that long. It needs to be visible. Let's try that again. It needs to be equal length. Ooh, it's looking messy, but we'll work on it. And then we'll have kind of crawl inward like that, like he's hand over heart. Okay, so, and then we'll have it. He's not going to be holding anything, so I'll just have the arm out like 90 degrees, like, and maybe with like a fist raise or something like that. That's pretty good. Let's see. Okay, the fixation. Oh, here we go from DeviantArt. Pudgy says the fixation on Anna from a few folks, and that Ashley 5-Volt and Mona fans, also like folks who really like obese. I know that if you're talking DeviantArt, yeah, fetish art is a big thing there. I know there's always like every character you think of has like an inflation version, like a more obese version, whatever floats your boat. Instagram and Tumblr kind of work, they're still too niche. Yeah, I used to use Tumblr more, but a lot of artists left after the NSFW purge, ironically. I'll start watching Demon Slayer, no spoilers, please. I need to watch more Demon Slayer. I watched the first 3 episodes, there's good action, but the story wasn't clicking with me. Helpman says, to be honest, my favorite Wario Toon episode is 2000, the Orbulon one, yep, and the cosplaying joke. It's funny how like, I think I was literally making fun of cosplaying, but now I'm totally fine with it. But I could see Kat and Anna cosplaying. Or, no, it was just Anna. Kat was embarrassed by it. Okay, arts and Twitter become fast food. They strive to get the most in a short time. On DeviantArt, drawings are more permanent. That's true because of how the feeds work, yeah. On DeviantArt, Tumblr, a lot more permanent. It's tougher to find old pieces on Twitter. Random 9 full quote. Yeah, Mom, Fortnite's on 3DS. Speaking of, Bahan, what happened to the previous stream? Oh, just so you know, this is like most previous streams that I'm doing now. I don't want to... this should be important to clarify. And I should probably make a public post about it. But let me just get my other windows back up real quick. Sorry. If you missed a stream and you want to watch it, and you don't see it in the uploads thing, the uploads playlist or archive, I private those after a couple days, or I make them unlisted so you can still watch them if you have the original link. But because I just don't want them to clutter up the feed of people who don't care about the streams. And I made a live stream playlist on my YouTube channel, and I think it's on the main page there. And I had them from newest to oldest chronologically in that. So if you ever miss a stream, I think I'm going to keep, every time I do a stream, I'll keep the upload public for a few days, and then I will unlist it. Hope you don't mind that. And do you play Fallout? I do not, sorry. Bethesda games have never been one that, like, grab me much. I want to give Skyrim another chance, though, especially with the new, was it a remaster? But I'm also tempted to just get the last remaster since there are more mods that'll be compatible with it, and I think I might have more fun with Skyrim with mods. Okay, so now we've got a Plushie. I saw your Anna cosplay thing on Discord. It was really cute. I've thought about doing a string of like WarioWare fan art where it is themed after their spirits in Smash Ultimate. So like I remember like Orbulon was Mewtwo, Cat and Anna were Sheik. I think I did see somebody draw Cat and Anna dressed like Sheiko, and that was really cute. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else funny. Oh, I still do cosplay myself. I know that their tuned voice actress loves to cosplay, both as characters she voices as, and then I'm sure she's done some other stuff. I don't check Twitter that much. I figured she was a pretty character. Oh, Anna would definitely be into magical girls, yeah. And I'm actually, there are going to be some personality changes in upcoming episodes, and part of that is just due to me changing as a writer, but also what is it? What was I getting at? I'm sorry, my mind just died on me for a second. The character personalities. Like I think part of it is me changing the writer, but part of it is that especially Gold gave more development to some of their personalities and more precise traits. So like I think I'm gonna keep Kat the same as she was, like kind of like headstrong and bossy. But Anna, instead of being like a more rational straight man, I'm gonna make her more like genuinely childlike, like good-hearted, maybe naive and like emotional and that sort of stuff. And because I think her time in Gold was like really charming about it, and I think part of it was like if you have too many, I made too many characters like the straight man, and they started to blend together. I think that Anna, Mona, and Orbulon were all like that. Orbulon's going to be much more like he is in the games with his fondness of Earth. I think you can get a taste of that in Toon 7, because I think I was already starting to, especially like with how his like overly theatrical way of talking, or overly complicated way of talking. And hello to Crash Bandicoot, Edward469, greatest time. I'm just going to call you Edward, because that is a mouthful, but welcome. And let me see some other things. To be honest, the last episode in the remaster, in my opinion, the plot doesn't click. If you know what I mean. Is that the Mona episode? I was always a little dissatisfied with that. I mean, there's honestly like they're all so old that like if I was doing them today with what I knew about animation, right? I mean, I would do so much different. But you know, by making making stuff, you grow as an artist anyway. So, and they brought people a lot of joy, and so I'm always going to be grateful for that. Plus, you should do Anna as Sheik. Oh, cool! Did you? I feel like I might have seen one that was of both of them from like a Japanese artist. But I think I might have seen your Anna one as well. Let me see. People fall in the smallest things. It made memes a bit frustrating. That should happen to everyone. I suggest watching Bluey for writing Anna. I've seen a little bit of Bluey. It's kind of a show that like blew up with parents during the pandemic, and it's like not like super intellectual or anything, but it's like very people are like it just feels charming. It's good comfort food. So I might watch more of that. Specifically, the character Bingo. Is that the little brother, I believe? And person uses that for Anna Wright into drawings. Zig Audrey asks, have you heard about the Chinese site of WarioWare Touch? No. Is this something that was recently discovered? I don't know about this. Okay, so let me just get the eyebrow. So he's going to be looking very Bluey's great serotonin. Yeah, it's chill. It's good chill. Let me. I'll try and have more music for the stream next time. My computer's giving me trouble. I missed orbital lines are incomprehensible because he's an alien. Yeah, it was very hard to understand the old games. I think sometimes I could hear him go like okay or something, but it was usually just gibberish. Orbital 2003. I have longer micro games. Ho 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 ho. Orbital 2020. I know nothing about culture. Yeah, I do think it's cute that like I think it is canon. Like he was going to conquer Earth, but he got so interested in its culture and stuff like its food, hence like him going through the drive-thru and stuff. And I think that's a very funny reason to hold off on conquering it. Oh wait, the colors not as spread out. There we go. It's available on Flashpoint. Oh, cool. Does it have some neat like? Is any of it being able to be translated, or I unfortunately do not speak Chinese. Oh, this is gonna be a fun pose. He's gonna have his one arm behind the back, and the other. He's kind of doing that thing of rubbing your nose, but he's got a glove. I'll work on it. There might be some differences with the pose. And then there was this game on Scratch called Orbilan Goes to Giganta Burger, the game. Oh, how did you play that? The helmet's definitely off proportion, but I'll work on it. That's what cleaning up is for. Actually, I think we should probably not have his torso tilted. In Ace Attorney, the kid turns his head more. It's like you get 4 choices each, and you pick them. Oh, it's like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. That's funny. Oh, I like Henry Stickmin. Yeah, I guess Henry Stickmin is a more modern type of that. Orbit Nobody, Absolute Nobody, Orbital on the cartridge screenshot. Oh no, it was because Dribble was just, pondering, and he was like, what would happen if I pressed the gas and the brake pedal at the same time? And Orbulon thought about how, like, if you press certain buttons on the controller, it's like, it'll take a screenshot. He's a funny boy. Okay, I don't think I need to draw the feet. I'll work on each of those. And then let's erase these lines to make it, give it look a little more like, because these lines, having them over or under the arm gives you the impression of how he's facing. But typically, if he's from the front, I want to have them both in front of the torso. Bingo's younger sister, the orange-red puppy, who incidentally likes nature, is sweet and shy and a bit emotional. Sounds familiar. That definitely sounds like Anna. Yeah, that's funny. Orbulon, whatever his last name is, collection. Yeah, I remember that. I saw on Tumblr a while ago an Orbulon role-playing blog, and somebody asked him. I told him because in his episode of Toon, I made up that full name for him, like Orbulon, Nebulon, Zip, I don't remember it, but it's like purposely long, and then he just jokes. He just goes, no, it's just Orbulon. And somebody asked if that was his real name. He was like, no. It's like a phone joke where you have to press the power and volume button at the same time and takes a screen. Yeah, I'll bet that's the closest comparison. I was thinking game controllers for some reason, but a lot of them nowadays, even the Switch has like just a specified capture button. Yeah, I think phones are probably the go-to. You press two different things and you get a screen cap. And then let's see. Okay. Oh, next one is crossed arms, looking like harumph. Actually, let me see how that lines up. That's pretty close to the original. Make a new layer. I think that episode Toon came out in like 2006. Like, man, I'm old. It's okay though. WarioWare's old too, actually, when I think about it like that. Not like Mario or Donkey Kong old, but I guess in 2 years it'll be 20 years old because that's when the original came out. That's crazy. Your opinion on Book of Mario, Thousands of Doors? I need to play it because I played a little bit of N64 Book of Mario, and I was cracking up. It was actually a stream I did on Twitch a while ago. I don't know if I'll ever finish it myself. Maybe I'll look up some streams, some Let's Plays by other people. I still definitely play video games, but I have less time to stream them, and I think it's better to keep my channel focused on. I want to do more reviews eventually, but I don't want to. I think I've learned like it's going to be hard. I would need a lot more free time, a lot more energy to make reviews regularly and make a living off of them, like a lot of people I look up to on YouTube, because that's like scripted game reviews are kind of like my favorite form of media on YouTube. Like some call me Johnny, Ant Dude. Well, technically JonTron and Pro Jared. I just don't think those guys are the greatest guys. But I just don't have the time for it. If you're trying to balance a day job, working on stuff like Wario and Spacious, and learning to do voice work as well, then let me think. Then yeah, I just want to do them for fun when I can. All right, let me. Okay, so we're gonna move the eyes here a little bit. Check the comments. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate WarioWare 2 and 1? Man, it depends on what grade you're going for, because I feel like it's most hard for me to watch the first two. They have different designs. They had I don't feel bad saying I wasn't satisfied with the female voice actress because she just wasn't the best person either. She was just another fan of new online who kind of was just not stable. And I do some adult humor in there that I wish I had, and like joke about like a tentacle porn, or like I think Dribble calls Awada an asshole, and I'm like, that's looking back, I'm like, no, WarioWare's family friendly. But they're so funny. Like I think I think one had some funny like critiques of like anime cliches. I remember Wario's portion when like he's going to do a cool adventure and then some kid runs off and just has dinner with him or something. That was like a big a big jab at Sonic X because I was like, I don't want to follow Chris. I want to follow Sonic. And there were other shows doing that at the time. I remember some did it better because I do kind of like the Kirby anime, but like Kirby wasn't really the main character. Tiff and Tough were. But yeah, I don't know about a number impression. I never rated. I have to watch it again. Brian Hull should do Young Cricket his impressions. I don't know Brian Hull. Isn't Brian Bull someone? Time management is pain. We wish days were longer. Oh my god, that was the. I just realized that was the plot of Mona's episode where like Ash gives her like a Harry Potter time twister and she make her balance all her jobs. I love your videos. Time has been, and what's it? I love your videos. Keep on going. Do the best you can. Like your drawing. Let's say if I'm at least Snokar. Snokar. What? Snocker? Snocker. Anyway, back to drawing. Check the chat again just a bit. I do have a funny idea for what I will be talking about with this pose, but I'm not going to spoil it. You made a tuned reference by accident, yeah, because it's that the whole main thing was about Mona not having enough time to do her jobs. And I did notice they've kind of moved away from the Mona jobs in the newer games. In Gold, it's kind of about confirming her obsession, her Wario obsession, and I like to get it together. She got her moped animals back. Yeah, let me try doing cross arms. It's gonna be a little difficult because he has stubby little arms. Oh, hang on, I'm doing it. I'm using the Ace Attorney kit as reference for this. It's a bit better. I'm gonna need to work on that because it's such short. Cursed WarioWare T name Waluigi Worn Tinned. Oh, and welcome back, Joaquin Animations. All right, because I'll definitely be drawing these from scratch each time in the final post, so they won't look as copy pasted because I don't want them to. Okay, I think we can do some Ashley now. Actually, let me pull up my other computer. So she's kind of gonna be like Actually, who is she gonna be like in the Ace Attorney portion? Let me look that up. 1 second. Yeah, that character Viola from the third game. I barely remember the second and third Ace Attorneys, but she's like kind of goth-looking girl with a head band-aid. So let's get to work on that. You stream games again? You just stream Spookware. It's WarioWare with spooky. Oh, I've heard of that. I have heard of that. That one, that's not what I've heard. I'm kind of happy that, like, it took a while, but I feel like we're starting to see a cottage industry of WarioWare-inspired, like, indie and fan games. I think that's really cool. $13 on Steam. Okay. I think I'm gonna hold off on it for now. I actually just made a game purchase with my paycheck. I got Immortals Phoenix Rising. It was like 66% off on PlayStation. I also, what did I buy? I bought a couple things. I bought the GTA remasters. I'm not having as horrible experiences as other people, but the problems of it that you can hear about online are certainly very valid. I also got what's it called? Demon Knockout. It's Demon Slam. It's being published by Playtonic. Demon Turf, and it's gotten okay reviews, but it's a 3D platformer, and that's one of my favorite genres. So I tend to be more lenient than on them than critics. Alright, so I'm just doing this first to make sure I get her her face right, and maybe some of her basic proportions. Tiny nose. I don't have to make this 1-to-1 just yet. Oh, I gotta move this. There's yeah. I do wish I had music going right now, but I just, my tablet is, I don't think I can afford a new tablet anytime soon, but it's definitely on the most wanted list, on the wish list. On the old wish list. Oh, that's the thing. They need to be. That's fine. All right, let me zoom in on this picture of Viola. There we go. Oh, that's such a giraffe neck. And what? Oh, I'll tell you, I'll bring up one thing I'm gonna do is so the judge in the Ace Attorney section of the cartoon is gonna be Crygor, and there's gonna be a recurring section where, or not recurring section, a recurring joke where every time a new witness or like somebody comes up, he remembers their name wrong because he's a, you know, goofy old man, and I believe he's gonna call Ashley Ashtray. He's gonna call, what's he gonna call Cat, maybe like Carrot or something, because like your hair looks like a pink carrot, and then Anna's hair looks like carrots, straight up, because it's orange. Let's see. Just gonna be kind of like bent back a little bit. I need to hang on. She does have a longer neck. A skinnier one. Anna stands for nose or flower in Japanese. Imagine what will happen to Anna. I know that. Yeah, I knew that Hana was a Japanese name. I didn't know what it meant. That's cool. But it is funny that like you can have like a pretty name, like, oh, I'm named Flower, or you can be like, yeah, I'm named Nose. All right, the tress needs to be a little longer. There we go. She has this thing going on where we kind of, I should do some roughs actually. She has that, and then something like that. I need to do some more gesture and pose drawing so I get better, like even cartoony anatomy. I've just been trying to balance a lot of projects and a lot of, you know, I'm trying to practice doing animation and now doing voices. Hopefully people wouldn't mind if I post about voice roles in like community posts. I'm not gonna do videos about it here, but and I'll just post on Twitter. But like there's an indie game I'm really excited to be a part of, and I think it got confirmed to launch like next month. So I'll definitely be talking about that once, or posting about it once it's out. It's not a big role I have in it, but it's honestly something it's one of the more high profile things I've been in. So I'm just excited to. It just sounds really cool for what it is. So I'm excited to be a part of it. And Ashley, you so much use in video game. There's no place where other WarioWare characters I feel bad for them. Ashley is definitely the most, I guess, overexposed or overused WarioWare character. But unlike others, that has not led me to dislike her. I think she's a cool character, and I wouldn't want her to go away. But I would like, Cat and Nana are the only other characters besides her to get 3D appearances in Smash. Assist trophies, and I mean, I'm happy they're some of my favorites, but I still it's probably a pipe dream for at this point, but I still would have loved a WarioWare fighter in Smash, but it's done. Sort of wrap that up. So she has 3. I'm going with 4 fingers for them. Okay. All right. I think I need to copy the. That might be a pose where I can reuse her default rig, but I have another pose for this Viola character that I think would work. How long have we been going, by the way? Oh, about an hour. Sorry for the lack of music again. I'm gonna keep apologizing for that because I know it makes the stream feel a little more empty when I'm not talking. It almost looks like she has like sad eyebrows there, but part of actually being emotional, unless you look at her design, she's never had eyebrows. All right, so we're gonna save. I think actually what we're gonna try and do is erase this head and draw a side view. She's looking. This might take a few tries. And I'll probably need to look up. I think there are cutscene shots where you can see her head from a side view. So I'm gonna make a note. Oh, I'm gonna make a note. Find side view of head. I do that sometimes. Like, I'll show you one thing I do sometimes. I tend to make the chin too big, and so when I sketch something or do roughs, I do little arrows indicating, hey, squish this up a bit in the final version. She suddenly grew eyebrows and get it together. Oh, I didn't notice, like, was it for her cutscene or was it for her model, or... Oh, I'll have to go back and look. Wait, why am I subscribed to this channel? Aloe Vera? I don't know, but thank you for joining. The thing this channel is most popular for is WarioWare cartoons and grandma reaction videos, but I moved the grandma videos to another channel a while ago, and she passed away last year, so it's a moot point. There will not be new ones. Ashley is pretty. Yeah. Let's see. I want the eye to look less like she's like glaring. She needs to be bigger. Yeah, I need to practice on side view. It just doesn't. I typically don't. Mine do not look right, like overbite, underbite, that sort of stuff. Let's see. I just randomly got a recommended vid, and I was like, well, I guess I joined the community then. Well, welcome to the community, Aloe Vera. Feel free to look through the back catalog. Let's see. Zig Audrey says, my pet peeves in video games is cultural difference. In Japanese, 5 volt scolds 9 volt for leaving others and embarrassing them. Ashley doesn't have the like-dislike description in Japan. Interesting. Yeah, they probably took some liberties in localization. That happens. And, that can... Often people do have, like, a preference. It can be like, if you see the differences, you can be like, oh, I like the original Japanese better, or, oh, I think they improved it. It's very... It's subjective, like most forms of art. I need to zoom out. Yeah, this is going to need some more work. I need to find some views. I need to practice drawing Ashley from the side. Channel has been showing off some of the data stuff from Get Together. Oh, cool. Did they find anything, like, hidden? Or, like, stuff that was, like, scrapped? Well, from this point angle right now, she looks like she has Lulu's hair almost. I need to draw Lulu more, too. She's gonna be in the cartoon. So is a 13 amp. Major other M is the worst translation case. Was a lot of people the stuff that people had issue with, like Samus's writing, was that only in the English version? I'm gonna hold off on the pigtails until I... Let's see. Okay, now I need to move that head down a little bit because that is too long a neck and too broad shoulders. Again, these are always placeholder sketches. Save. Sip of tea. And let's see. Trying to see how long we've been going. Alright, back to the drawing. Let me think. Okay, let me pull up. I'm going to do some, I know I called this file Ace Attorney Poses, but I'm going to call this, I'm not going to call it, I might rename it. I'm going to do some Danganronpa work with Ashley. For those who have played Danganronpa, her two inspirations for poses are going to be Celeste and Maki. They kind of have similar designs, especially Maki has a similar personality, I would say. Random question: do you have weird dreams? I do, but I have a lot of trouble remembering them compared to like my younger days. All right. Let's make a separate layer for the Ashley roughs so I can move them around compared to 9-volt. To the side. Speaking of the Japanese version of Ware, can Anna speak more like toddlers that use the baby version of Japanese terms? I have a sort of baby. I've heard the Japanese track because I've done actually did a compilation, an upload of the Reanime collab with the Japanese track. And yeah, I noticed especially Anna, sound way more actual kid or baby like. But I couldn't tell what they were saying, so that's interesting. So again, that is the English version taking liberties, making them speak more mature. Oh wait, no, let's do. Okay, so I think for some of these I don't need to draw a new head for them, but I do want to draw like different arms. So we have Maki here on my reference with what was this? Found voice codes for Anna and Spacious that aren't seen in normal gameplay due to them being designated as second player characters. Oh, so they recorded voices for them as if they were player one? Like maybe that was a scrapped feature, but they had dialogue for it. That's interesting. It makes me wonder. That is what's interesting. That was left in. found uncomfortable that Kat's voice sounds Dalton Gold, though she's younger than that. Kat was one of the voices that threw me off because of how, like, it was very raspy. I remember I did a video review and I joked, like, oh, I never took Kat for a chain smoker. But it's still, like, cute. It's still, like, it's just they made her, since, you know, she's more serious in their scene, you know, trying to, at least, mostly until she gets excited about food, too. I think it kind of works. I also like that actress Stephanie Sheh. I've heard her in other stuff. She does a great job. I think she's a really good. She's Mona as well, and Anna is Penny, which you can actually. The Anna Penny connection is you can really hear it. I saw an interview with that actress Rita Wolf, and she did stand with both of them. Was like, they're basically the same, and I'm like, yeah, Anna's gonna sound like Penny when she gets older. I thought that was funny. Okay, so let me draw. Let's see. It's a shame that Kat's just have more childlike voices in her repertoire. Yeah, I mean, it was. I think there was probably. Oftentimes, it's the. It can sometimes not be the choice of the actor or the voice actor, but the casting director, who might like ask them to do a certain approach, like sometimes based on different roles they've had, or different, or just something that the director already had in mind. I remember I asked. Grey Delisle years ago. If you don't know Grey Delisle, she's also goes by Grey Griffin. She's Daphne in Scooby Doo. She's Vicky in Fairly Odd Parents. She's Azula in Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's Mandy in Billy and Mandy. She's all over the place. And my friend wanted me to ask her because she's in Heroes of the Storm as a Diablo 3 character who looks and sounds a lot like Azula. And so we were like, was that like a coincidence? Did your voice influence that, or did they specifically ask for do something similar to Azula? And it was she confirmed it was the last case. They were like, we're big Avatar fans, try and channel that. So sometimes it's like the character might have had maybe Stephanie Sheh in mind, and maybe they had heard her do some sort of voice, or maybe they were like, we wanted to sound like this, and she did the best approximation of that. Because I know the one that I think the official voice at this point that I'm the only one I'm like really unsatisfied with is Krygor, and it's nothing against the actor because I like Kyle Bear. We're talking about hey Keltman, we're talking about character voices. We're talking about like a little bit how like Kat's voice is less childlike than Anna's, but I was saying Krygor is the only one that didn't sit with me because of the characterization and like the prior voice. I was more deep and gentlemanly. Oh, of course, observant. And I kind of find that, I think part of what makes Krygor funny to me is that like proper voice combined with just how goofy he is, like the roses and diarrhea potion or sleeping on toilets and stuff, like dumb stuff like that. And then you get him in Golden, and he sounds like a typical wacky scientist. Oh, I'm all goose pimply. And I'm like, oh, well, that's like more generic, and I don't know, it's like kind of like the voice you'd expect him to have if he's a kooky old man. And so I'm just like, that's a little bit more, rote. I really do want to know how the voice acting process for WarioWare works out. I mean, I don't think it would hurt anything to like tweet to some of the voice actors, because sometimes, let me think. Sometimes they do respond if it's especially if it's stuff they feel comfortable about. Like sometimes behind the scenes stuff can be classified, or they want to keep it personal or whatever. And that's their right. It's not required to be public. But sometimes they might have fun just reminiscing about some of the stuff they've done, and sometimes they'll also do they might do like AMAs or interview panels. That's like that what they do with Grey Griffin. If you ever go to a convention and one of the people is there, you can always ask them about their memories of working on that. I didn't go to his panel, but I went to a I saw a line for it. It was for Robbie Damon, who's done a ton of voices. He's Prompto in Final Fantasy 15. I believe he is Cat Noir in Miraculous. And I can never remember if it's him or Ben Diskin voicing Tuxedo Mask, but I know Robbie Damon's in that show at least. But he is the current voice of Orbilon, Mike, and Cricket, and I think he does great on all three. And I would have asked him about that if I went to a panel. I know that when he tweeted announcing that he was in Gold, he said it had been a pipe dream to voice a Nintendo game, so he was so happy to be part of it. And we got some cool comments. I have the twits, and Red himself has liked 2 of my WarioWare posts. Yeah, Tyler Shammy. He's someone who I'm not as familiar with. Is after I think him and Jimmy. I'm still not familiar with their other work. And Spitz is kind of new, but he's in Spider-Man Miles Morales. He's Genki, and I need to watch more Beastars. He's Lewis in that. He voices 18 Volt. No. 18 Volt is Ed Bosco, who is there's a lot of. I think he does some anime, but he has a lot of indie projects. He's Alistair in Has Been Hotel. I think that's like probably his biggest one, which shows a lot of range because I haven't watched all of Has Been Pilot. I need to watch all of Boss too, but Alistair is a higher pitched voice, and 18 Volt talks like this, and so I think that's cool that he can pull both of those off. Apology says, I guess I can ask Lulu's voice actor Alex about that. She likes by Lulu art. Yeah, I think she's kind of new as well, and but I know somebody pointed out she's in the. Is it called 100 Clubhouse games for Switch? Because there are like these like little doll people who narrate the games, and she's one of them. And you can definitely hear Lulu in it, which is cool. And episode 7 Whole Boss is sad, no spoilers. Yes, please no spoilers. That's a show I still need to watch. And I will say, Luna is Ashley, Erica Lindbeck. Blah. I don't know what Lindbeck is. She's very prolific. She's the main girl in Kakarugoi. She's Jessie in FF7 Remake. She is Celica in Fire Emblem Echoes. Like, I think she's the new voice of Barbie too. Like, she's everywhere. Okay, so let me get back to doing a little bit of drawing. Let me zoom in on Maki. It's Maki, I think. Maki roll. She's the little girl for the clubhouse. Yeah, it's Lulu. She's got a thing for playing kids for Nintendo. Yeah, it's fun to talk about people doing voice acting stuff. Have you heard of Poppy Playtime? You should play it. No, I haven't. Is that an indie game? Oh, if we're talking voice actors as well, I will say, I don't know whether or not I'll be getting her back for the new episode, but Kira Buckland, the voice of, I guess from 3 onward, she was Kat, Anna, and Ashley in Tuned every episode from 3 onward. She was 9 Volt in the newest episode, and was there another one? No, it's those 4. She's done a lot of stuff too. She's 2B in Nier. That's the big one. I think she can't announce it yet, but people are going by. If people are going by the Netflix trailer, she's going to be Jolene in the new JoJo's, which JoJo's is not my thing, but that is something she's a big fan of. So I think it's really cool that. I think she played like a minor villain in it too. But I only watched the first season and a half of JoJo's. But in Danganronpa, she is Hiyoko, and God, I always forget her name. Hiromi, the ultimate maid, who is a fun character in the 3rd game. Because like I remember seeing that and going like, oh, they're doing maid stuff. But then it's like, no, she like can get anything done. She's like a spy, and I love that. Let's see. Let me focus on these. Voice actor wars is the part of the fandom that I don't go much. I don't understand it. I'm not familiar with that term. Does that mean like arguing about who's the best? Because that's something like that is like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Let me all right, we can work on that more, but that's looking a little more like a hand from that angle. Save. Kurumi, thank you. Yeah, I like Kurumi a lot. Hyogo's a little brat, but she'd be funny. Yeah, Kurumi is one I would like a lot because like if you talk to her, she like talks about stuff like, look, if you give me a task, I'll do it. No questions asked. And it's like, I think she talks about one time where she diffuses a hostage situation with like where somebody like a world leader's been taken captive, and like everybody, the main character's like, wow, that's quite a lot for a maid. Danganronpa has a lot of great actors too. They did a weird thing with that where they didn't credit. I hate it when companies do that. They don't credit the voice actors at all in the credits of those games, and people had to be up to the actors to confirm it on social media and stuff. And I don't know what caused that. I know there are always things like union and non-union things, but I think all the actors in Danganronpa were in the union because there were a lot of prolific ones. I know another one I like. Cassandra Lee Morris is Hina in the first game, and what's her Angie in the third game. And I know her from Bravely Default. I know I've heard her another thing, and she's in the Spyro remakes as Allura. And let me pull up another Maki picture. Alright, so we're gonna this to the side. I'd say we'll do one more Ashley drawing, then we'll call it an evening, because I need to have some dinner, play some games, and set up. I actually got a new bit of audio equipment for my voice booth, so I'm going to do some auditions and some exercises. And yeah, Kurumi does have Rosalina's hair. The emo one lock over. I did a tweet recently. I don't think I was... Yeah, I wasn't the one who noticed it, but I saw people point up how similar Rosalina looks to Elsa, and now I can't unsee it. And so I got Mario Party Superstars, I was playing Rosalina, and I won like an ice skating game in a winter environment. And I just got a screen grab of that, went Frozen 2013. Actually, let me move that. So get a bit of a better view. All right, so Ashley is going to have a parts where she, gets a little more threatening. If she does the white hair, that means like, oh, you have gotten Ashley rather upset. You shouldn't have done that. Let's see. What's your opinion on Wario's Japanese voice? I like it. From what I've heard of it in Gold, it's a Japanese Wario. I feel like in some way it actually feels like they took some influence from Charles Martinet, but they still put their own spin on it, probably to sound more natural in Japanese. I don't think it has an Italian accent from what I can tell, but I like it. I think it's neat that, because I'm guessing they still use like the English voices for stuff like Mario Party, Mario Kart, where they're not really saying that much. But Gold, I think they had to make an exception. They were like, we're not going to leave Wario in English, but Martinet probably can't speak Japanese, so let's look at someone else. And then we have 2 more questions from Helpman. Will you ever do a Q&A? I'd love to. Maybe I should set up a video to send in submissions. And get it together reanimated would be nice. Yeah, that'd be neat. I am probably going to leave... I'm definitely going to keep doing personal animations, but I'm probably not going to do an additional WarioWare Reanimate after I finish the remaining cutscenes for Gold. It is a ton of work, and I think Gold was more calling for it because it was very different. That was very wordy, but very limited animation. So I'm like, you could do a lot more with this if you get more creative with the visuals. And then Get Together went back to a bit more movement and less dialogue. It felt a lot more like the original style, which it was cool for a one-off for Gold, but I wouldn't have liked it if it was everything after that, because I think part of the charm is like WarioWare. OG Ware has a very particular style of cutscenes, and so I'm not going to be the one to do a Get It Together reanimated, but if someone else starts to do that, or like any of the other older games, I would be interested in participating. Let's see. Oye Dayo, Wario Dayo. Yeah, he does say that. I've never heard the Japanese voices in WarioWare Gold. I've only heard anyone in English. You can find the Japanese cutscenes on YouTube. I recommended it. It's a trip. And it's sing along to the Mona Pizza theme. Let's see. All right, I need to try and... That's what I hate about 3DS game. They could have done so much more with animation and express character personality and walking situation more. Yeah, I wonder if it was a creative choice or a budgetary decision. If they were like, I'm guessing like they made the decision first, let's do full voice acting. But maybe they were like, oh, the budget that we were going to do on animation went to paying the voice actors. So, you never know. I'll have to work on that, but... Oh, I'm trying to think. There are some WarioWare voice actors in... there's at least one in Danganronpa, because Stephanie Shea is Mikan. I think they're used to add the dubbing studio. You know what? For that one time, worth it, because that was a lot of fun. I would have liked more animated scenes with voice acting too. I mean, that would be a best situation, but I don't know if I'd want as much dialogue as Gold, where like it was all pretty much all dialogue and not like fun visuals. Like it would have to strike a good balance. But I'm not against them trying that. All right, I think that's gonna be it. I think we've been going for, let me see how long the stream's been going. It's been about an hour and a half. It's just kind of a spur of the moment stream, so I didn't. I could probably do longer streams in the future if I plan ahead more. But I really want to get back to this, and yeah, I thought about doing a Q&A about Wario and other projects and stuff. But I'll see if I can put together a video about that or something. So thank you for the idea, Helpman. So I want to thank everybody who's joined in on the stream today. Helpman, Alex, Zig Audrey, Alicia, Plushy, Aloe Vera. Yes, I said Zig Audrey. Let's see. Joaquin. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in today, or tonight if it's the evening where I am. And look forward to more streams and more updates. I'm going to be pretty busy with my day job and voice work, but I'm going to be working more on Wario, Spacious, and drawing projects, and I'll try and do more streams. Y'all have